Alright, what's up guys? Back to Fallout. Let me check my objectives real quick. I gotta go find Virgil. I gotta go back to the glowing sea. Way down here in the end.
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Yeah, let's get out of there. Oh, Virgil, where you be? There you are.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the symbol explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Protect and serve.
now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed. The only logical explanation is that they've gone underground. That's where we need your help.
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Trust me, friend. Neither me nor the machine wins out in that transaction.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
Taste.
Look alive.
I'll see what I can do.
Catch you standing around. We'll be on report before you can blink.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals. Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
The Gridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Oh, you definitely know your stuff.
Damn right I do. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Of course. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Ingram?
Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
Want me to take a crack at that terminal?
Hey,
See what I can
need
do.
your expertise.
Done and done. Sure, that was gonna do it. All right, let's try a slightly different approach. Damn. Yeah, sorry. Not happening.
Hey,
There's something you need?
hack that terminal.
Count on it. I'm locked out of this one.
clear tonight. I don't fancy slogging around in the rain.
Proctor Ingram?
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your confidence. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations. I'd wish you good luck, Knight, but I think we're both going to need it.
Proctor.
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
I could use your help finding parts for the beam emitter.
I'd scout out pre-war military bases for military-grade circuit boards.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
How are we gonna build a control console?
Old hospitals might have the equipment to translate your molecular information for transmission. Best lead I can think of right now. Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
Not now.
You still have a lot more to do. Better get back to work.
Proctor Ingram.
Do you need any help with the signal interceptor?
Need any help with the signal interceptor?
Not sure how we're gonna build this relay dish.
Try and locate old radar installations or radio transmitters. If you're lucky, a few of them might still have their dishes intact.
gladly lay down my life.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak.
soldier.
Dance?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
That depends. How are you feeling?
I'm locked and loaded and ready to take on the enemy. When you're ready to go, I'm right behind you.
Not now.
No problem. Let me know when you're ready.
Unless you like to be shot.
Attention! Ferrum Squad, report to debriefing. Ferrum Squad to the debriefing.
The Institute and their technological... Abominations need to be stopped at any cost.
You know those synths with plastic faces? They creep me the heck out.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
You could travel with that thing. Makes me seriously question your judgment, soldier.
Elder.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later. I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
watching a conductor at the orchestra.
Won't be able to pick this.
was, it's gone now. Someone's coming. Yes, we're not alone. Go! That's when I thought we were getting along. They're here somewhere. They skipped town.
Got it.
Unless you're looking to suck down some sieverts, I recommend we move out.
Hey.
Come on.
Think you can unlock that terminal?
Sure thing. Job locking this down, but if I just...
son of a bitch Sergeant Reiser caught me trying to have a look in the warehouse. And that asshole actually drew his weapon on me. Look,
Makes you wonder how some folks made it through at all.
Ad Victoriam.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
Quinlan?
Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.
To assist on a research patrol?
I found some technical documents for you.
These look rather promising. You certainly have a knack for this sort of work. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, check every building you explore during your You need some patching up. Go see Night Captain Kate. You disgust me.
Not much of a sight yourself.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelux scat off my boots.
Charging into a situation guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
Oh god. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
What brings you to me today?
Set me up.
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
Hail Knight.
I believe you travel with that synth.
The ends justify the means when it comes to freeing the Commonwealth.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Yes, here you go.
Thank goodness. I was running low and didn't want to draw any more samples from my specimens. Here's some caps for the trouble. I really appreciate you searching for the blood samples. As soon as I make a breakthrough, I'll let you know.
Excuse me, Squire.
Of course we'll stop the Institute. The Brotherhood always wins.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and an experienced soldier. If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
You keep your pet scent on a short leash,
No way to
all right?
pick this.
Proximity sensor's green. Getting a 3-second ping back.
Getting a bit of a twitch on Prop 3. Just a torch.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any other Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
can count on me.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Dance.
Valentine.
I'll send for you if I need you.
Sir.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Duty shift is long left.
Attention. Tomorrow's tactical briefing has been postponed. A new time and date will be forthcoming.
Keep boarding that garbage. You're going to slow us down.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood. Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
don't need the sight to see that you've done real good for these people.
Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, sir?
Would you like to?
As you wish, sir.
No, not now.
All right, then.
last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up scraping the rust off the Pridlin's hull from the outside.
Brotherhood of Steel. Sounds like a video nasty.
What I wouldn't give for a good
Those armors.
We're busy here.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Shoots barrels like paper. Better check all your connections and make sure
We'll
all
speak
the
later.
components are wired together on a single grid.
beam
talk
emitter
right
out
now.
of alignment will never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about it.
Proctor Ingram?
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor. Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
Into the Institute. You should talk to Proctor Ingram.
These soldiers pack some serious firepower.
Attention all Brotherhood soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge.
Radiation has a
Repeat,
twisted sense
if
of
you have
humor.
not received your mentorship assignment, please report to the bridge. That is all.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
For laser films myself. It's a cleaner shot. Leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset. If any harm comes
The
to
device doesn't work from over
I'm
there.
holding you
You have to be
personally
on the
responsible.
platform. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm no... his father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course.
but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
You don't remember. You didn't see it the way I did. It was brutal.
Yes, I'm sure it was. Sadly, the world has become a brutal, unforgiving place. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Why build it to look like you?
We've advanced the technology behind synths to a point where this struck me as an interesting variation. A new angle, if you will. Modeling it after myself seemed only natural, what with the Institute's records and my genetics and physiology. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
I don't need a synth. I found the real Sean.
Yes, but not the Sean you were looking for. In some ways, the synth is far closer to what you expected. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
No use.
this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Hi, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here. Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Operating at full capacity.
Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
Bet it's pretty boring down here, compared to up there.
Hey, sweetie.
Huh? Quentin is such a liar. How would he know what the surface is like? He's never been up there. I thought all the surface people look like monsters, but you seem pretty normal.
Busted. Well, hello.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here? I've heard stories, and the surface sure sounds scary. My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Hi there.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties. I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand. A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity. Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Doctor.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, when the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
You're here. Glad you made it. Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Artificial systems and machines for souls. Don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down for me.
Answer the question. If a synth is human, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of it as a machine, so we can do what we want with it.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, you will tell me.
I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths space.
Welcome. Please, the processing.
The synth software is debugged.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
Welcome to the Institute. Please step right this way.
Hey there.
I am pleased to assist with the processing of new synths.
By limiting them, we limit
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Otherwise, you will find yourself escorted to the teleporter
Dr. Loken. We've received a work order from SRB.
What do they need?
They're requesting replacement courses.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
I guess they lost a whole unit on the surface.
Is this some sort of joke? The third time this month. Dr. Ayo can't keep using my sense. So recklessly. I refuse to give him any more.
Should I tell him?
Today is full of possibilities.
I wouldn't wish dealing with that man on my worst enemy. The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're
it's
his
you.
gift to
You're
humanity.
finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us, then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Excuse me.
All new synths must be processed without delay. All new synths must be processed without delay. The automated process for synth creation should not be interrupted. Welcome to the Institute. Please step right this way.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Do you need all these courses roaming the halls?
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of revelation.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. A culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
Here we're about to get new.
Smell like you've been above ground.
Excuse me.
Did I turn off the interferometer?
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
useless machine. Father's work has been a real inspiration for me. Hi. Hi there.
Good morning. Would you care for some pre-processed nutritional supplements?
I've got a few minutes to browse. Excuse me.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
What have you got?
I can offer a range of nutritious and great-tasting food supplements. Food Supplement 7 is very popular for its spicy flavor, and Food Supplement 91 is our newest offering.
I'll take a look, sure.
Excuse me. Hi. Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter in... initiative soon. Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
Hey there.
Child synth. It's just remarkable. I can't imagine living on the surface. That sounds like a nightmare.
Hey.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you. So much research, so little time. Pardon me.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
It's an honor to have you breakdown this month. As far as
Excuse me.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans.
They weren't kidding.
Me,
you really are
built
here.
Pretty well.
Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3.
Reporting status.
There we go.
All functions
set.
normal.
Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Hey.
Of course. Pardon me.
Excuse me.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
All systems nominal. Greetings, sir.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
When the lights go down and the stars come out, man just forgets about all his troubles.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Nothing to report, sir.
seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together?
Pardon me, sir.
They're dragging
Hey there.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between
Excuse
us
me.
and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get
You wouldn't happen to
results.
have a spare
This time as
polarizer
well.
on you, would you?
You'll see.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We
Excuse
need
me,
to be able
Doctor.
to collaborate with the
So,
other divisions, and that's a
Here
lot
you
harder
are.
when they're always
Justin
angry
Ale,
at us.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough numbers. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously. I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Dr. A.O., we've had a situation in the field.
What is it this time?
One of our Courser teams was ambushed by raiders. They survived, but suffered severe damage and can't relay back.
Damn it.
It's not like we have numerous retrieval teams at our disposal. What does the current field team need to complete the mission?
All right, send 2 coursers for the extraction. Tell them to proceed with caution. Those raiders might still be around.
If we do that, we'll be down to the minimum number of on-site units.
All right, retrieve them and prep another team.
Hi there.
And tell them to be careful. I can't afford to lose any more coursers.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction.
Hi.
Just wish it
Report
didn't happen
anything
so often.
suspicious to the
Constant
SRB.
vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
Subject identified.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Remember that.
Excuse me.
Have you seen my girls? I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
Yes?
Hey, Doc.
Well,
since you're
that
new
was
here,
productive.
you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
Words any former soldier can appreciate.
A man who understands the need for discipline will be a valuable addition here. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
Sounds good.
Take care, then.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement. Sleep is such a waste
Child
of time.
synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Yes?
Hey.
Yeah?
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy, to take control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I was just told to get you to come back.
The Brotherhood wants me back, and the best they can do is send a robot that does nothing but follow orders? Sorry, but you're going to have to do a lot better than that.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Are there any other options?
That's my offer. Take it or leave it.
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
I wish Quinton would stop telling those stupid stories.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Just as you gave life to Father, he gave life to many of us. I wouldn't be here, not for your son.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Hey there.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
Hi, mister.
Hello.
Won't be able to hack this. Security's too tight. That's it. I'm through.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
You smell like you've been above ground.